It's a really, really good question. There's certainly a lot of overlap. And in fact, after people have that initial big shift, sometimes it's a bigger shift than other times, but it's a fundamentally irreversible shift when it happens properly. Well, it can't happen improperly, but when it actually definitely happens, and it's not just a belief or an experience, which sometimes also happens. When that occurs, or after that occurs, much of what I work with people is like emotion work, integration. I'll suggest to them, go do breath work, go do, occasionally I'll suggest to people, go do some ayahuasca. You may need it. Just this integration process is very, very, very important. So you can do a lot of that work ahead of time for sure. And it will definitely ease the transition of awakening for people. I'm not sure how much choice you have over this really, because again, people have an instinct on how quickly they want to wake up. I'm glad I did none of that before I woke up, because I probably would have delayed it longer than it was necessary. I needed to go completely beyond the whole human dimension. That's how I was set up for it. But there's nothing wrong with doing it the other way. Now, if someone has been, and I did meditate for 4 years before this happened, by the way, and the price of admission for me was suffering. It was overt suffering internally. So there was more than just that couple of weeks that led up to it, I would say. But anyway, so if somebody has been meditating, done mindfulness practices, been doing emotion work, breath work, all that stuff, wonderful. That's why I really emphasize authenticity. What is it you really, really want? What does your instinct tell you about going beyond everything you think about yourself and the world? If you can ask that question, do I really want to go beyond myself? Do I want to let go of my identity structure? If you're like, hell yeah, I do, which endlessly surprises me when people say that to me, because they still do. Oh, I want to go there. Like, you kind of think you want to go there, and you do, and you don't. And trust me, there's gonna be parts of you that do not want to go, but it's gonna be already going. You can't stop it. But also, I think their deeper instinct is right. They know it's the right thing to do for them, and they know they can do it, and that's great. But if part of you is like, I don't want to go beyond my identity, like I'm fine with my identity. I just want to continue to heal and have community with people and have better relationships. Again, there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of this that's very conditions based. The conditions may change for you, where all of a sudden it's just not satisfying the way it used to be to feel emotionally connected, to communicate in clear ways emotionally with others. And all of that stuff is far better in the relative than not doing it, but at some point you may find that even that is still unsatisfying. That's when this kind of movement comes in.
Yeah.
And once you really orient to it, I don't have doubts. Like I'll have people sometimes with a lot of doubt, and they try to convince me of their doubt. Don't you think some people can't wake up? Like, what if, I know they're talking about themselves, right? And I'm like pointing them to their doubt. I'm like, look at your doubt. Look how much doubt you're carrying right now. That's your barrier. If you really want to wake up, you have to go beyond that. If you don't want to wake up, keep holding on to that for a while. It's a very simple thing, because when you realize all of your doubt is also one thought, every doubt you've ever had is also a thought. Well, what's beyond doubt? What is there when there's no doubt anymore? Whoa, right? There's a lot of pointers to this. There's a lot of ways to orient people past thoughts. So what I feel when I'm working directly with someone, or they're asking a question, is fixation. Because what's on the other side of that is indescribable. But I will tell you one thing, it's not, and it's not fixated. There's no fixation. That's energetically, it's obvious. There's no fixation. It's like infinite degree freedom. So when I work with somebody, it doesn't matter what they're thinking. It doesn't matter even what they're feeling. What matters is where their fixation is, what they're holding on to at the identity level. And then we just go right there. And that's how I work with people. But there are good questions you can ask yourself to do it on your own as well.
Thank you for checking out this clip. If you want to see the full episode, you can do so by going up here. I hope you have a wonderful day.